Hi guys, welcome to High Entropy. It's another live stream and it's different from usual live stream. First thing, I'm using my mobile camera today instead of uh, normal webcam. The second thing, here I'm not solving the DSA problem but using the same platform Leetcode but solving the SQL problem. Because if we talk about data engineering, SQL is most important and they recommend that you should solve the DSA also if you're targeting good companies, then not best companies. There isn't anything best. So you can say good companies, then you should prepare for at least easy and medium level problems. So that's another series that we are already doing. I'm already doing. And in this, we will try to finish it. I'm going to follow Lead Code 50, that is pretty famous set of problems that people recommend to solve them, so I will solve them. And welcome to stream. It's a late night, 3:18 a.m. And let's begin. And let's see how many problems we can solve. Though I will start it from starting. So if you want to follow, you can follow along and solve the problems. SQL is very important in data engineering or data analyst. If you want to become, then SQL is must. And it's you know already you know, or you can search what is the use of SQL. But it's not only here. Even if you are building backend, front end, not front end, backend, then also all the applications are connected to the somehow databases. So it's important. Now there are variety of databases. So here we are just using relational database, and I will use MySQL. I know a little bit of MySQL, but I know SQL, but there are different flavors of SQLs where some syntax functions are different when you are switching from one. For example, PostgreSQL you can use, and you can use MySQL, very famous, and Oracle. I learned it while I was in my college, but right now I'm not solving. I forgot. So most important thing is you should know basic SQL that is being used everywhere. There are some functions that varies, but uh, core part will remain same. You are to use same. First thing, I was very confused about whether it's a. So I'll tell you. So let's transition the screen, and I'll tell you what exactly is SQL. And there is a distinction between normal programming language and SQL. So let's do. So I'll jump into this first live stream. Transition. How to do transition? Live stream. Yeah. So you can see my screen, and you are in the computer screen. Okay. So let me just share my screen first. Okay. So we are going to solve what this 941 is completely different from a. Okay. I think I just restarted the laptop, so that's why it's starting from scratch. So first thing, let me just give you basic overview. Oh, shit. It's locked. 9:41 is the incorrect timestamp because I don't know. Maybe there is some security reasons why when you are sharing your iPad screen to MacBook, then it shows different time. It shows 9:41 a.m. But true time is different. You can see it here, 3:21 a.m. And it's 9th Jan, but it's not 9th. It's 21st August. It's live stream, so you can get the exact time. So I'm just telling you. Even I like while I was streaming, and I thought, okay, why it is showing 9:41? Maybe my iPad timing is incorrect, but it happens when you are sharing your screen. So okay, sorry. So there are two paradigms, or not paradigms, but two types of languages. So I just remember it types of languages. One is declarative, another is I think I forgot the which one is declarative and is imperative. I think programming languages Python, Java, C++, etc. Are imperative. If I'm not wrong, and declarative where you just tell I want this from the and just write the logic. So SQL is declarative. and I'm not sure if there is any other language that comes under declarative. So let me confirm. I don't want to give incorrect information because I get confused. Uh, SQL is declarative, right? Declarative. So perfect. So what exactly declarative and imperative means? So when you want something from database, right? You don't tell, okay, suppose this is your database. You don't tell, okay, I need five variables or something. You simply say there is a table. Uh, let's say customer. I want select name and age from customer. That's all. So you are not telling any logic like, okay, you have to do this, you have to do this to fetch the fetch the records from the database. You simply say, I just want this. I'm just giving you task. Just do it how you whatever way you are following. So database. So here you are just declaring declarative means you are just it's declarative. Okay. So here just you are specifying what you want. Okay, I have one good example is popping into my mind, so I'll tell you. Let's say you went to a restaurant and you said, okay, I want pizza. Okay, so pizza. I think I should make a slice here. So you will went to restaurant here, the waiter or maybe whoever customer dealing, and you went to here. I want pizza. I want pizza. You are not going to specify whether how to cook and all. You'll just tell, okay, these are the instruction. I want pizza, maybe say uh, tandoori, paneer pizza, something, pizza, and you said, okay, pizza. And they are going to cook it. They are going to do all the heavy lifting behind it, maybe cooking and packaging and uh, all the other stuff they will take care of. You just you just told, okay, this is what I want, and all the things it is going to take care. In the same way, where this is like a declarative, you just give the instruction, simple what you want. So here database, here what database engine take care of everything, like how to fetch the data, what pages need to be uh, queried, and maybe from which unit to get the data. It will take care of everything, indexing and all whatever they do behind the scene. So database will take care, database engine will take care of it. Okay, so here, this is the declarative. Simply you say declarative, declarative. So basically what declarative means, simply it deals with what I want. Simply you specify that you want five records, limit five. You just simple language you are using here. But when it comes to programming, can I use same example? If you have something, then you can tell me. So suppose you are using, what we say, programming. In case of programming languages, so it's also SQL say programming language, so imperative programming language, where you need to specify, okay, what you want, like uh, int a, I forgot the syntax of what, int a 5, int b 6, and int sum equals to a plus b. So you are specifying everything. This is imperative. It's more like here. Just imagine you want to, let's say, I don't know what's the concept of cloud kitchen. Is it something? But yeah, I have one idea, cool idea, where you just suppose you want cooking, and imagine you went to a restaurant that runs in different fashion. You will tell. They are just like, you can think of bot. Okay, so what they will do, you will tell, okay, I want pizza, I want to cook pizza. Very strange example, very different. I don't know. So I just thought, why don't I use the same example instead of giving you different example? That will be, here I can give, uh, maybe you wanted to build a house and you contracted, you 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 contacted a contractor and you told them like, okay, I want to use this brand of steel and this particular brand cement and all other stuff you explained, and how to build, what are the process, you given everything roadmap, and they are going to construct it. Then accordingly it will construct. Then it is a more like you are it's an imperative way where you are specifying, okay, on this day you will pass slab and all everything according to plan should go, and you want to you have given them estimate time of 3 months, and they should build it in within the 3 months. So everything you are specifying. So here I'm just taking example of pizza. eh, So where you just tell, you are not just telling I want pizza. You are telling, okay, I want to cook, or maybe bot will cook. You use to specifying. Okay, you do this, you do this, then this, then this, something like that. You are telling. Just when idea comes into idea is popping into my mind, but it's like, why don't they are there? I just I'm just I'm just wondering if there are a similar concept where some simply you want to cook something, instead of just ordering the food, you just want to cook virtually from your place. Everything will be someone else will do, or machines will do, and accordingly you will prepare your food from somewhere else, maybe from your laptop, and they will someone will cook for it. Cook someone, or yeah, someone will cook for you, but you will instruct them. You don't have to instruct them. Maybe it should be autonomous, because otherwise, maybe you said like 5 grams of salt you have to add. Not sure for how much it would be, but let's say you just want to add 5 grams of salt and 2 grams of sugar. Something you just want to experiment. You just want to perform some crazy experiment. Maybe you just want to learn cooking, and for that you don't want to go to somewhere and experience it. You just want to experience it virtually. It's like a game where you just want to learn the cooking, not cooking, and simply you will specify. Okay, I want this, then I want this. So, what is cloud kitchen? I heard lot cloud kitchen. I forgot this. The cloud kitchen is a delivery only restaurant that has no physical dining room. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Got it. It's more like it cooks food only for online orders and that are sent out to the customer. So it's a different version, kitchen version of Swiggy Zomato. You can say they are also not. They are not doing cloud kitchen, but they are more like cloud grocery. Yeah, it's similar kind of. It's just I'm diverting the topic, but I'm curious. Is there way or company that provides a cloud kitchen where you can cook food from anywhere, and you have to instruct and using an app, and someone else will, maybe robot, will follow your steps. Some fuck. What is this? I just want to. Something went wrong. Crazy. Oh, are you mad? Yes. This concept exists and is actively operating in the food technology space. Startups are combining cloud kitchen, AI, and robotic machinery to create remote controlled kitchens. Oh, instead of you physically cooking, you can use a mobile app to send a customized recipe to centralized automated kitchen where the robotic system replicates your exact instruction and cooks the food. Several major companies, CloudShift is arguably the closest match to what you are describing. They focus on reimagining cooking using embodied AI. How it works? A human chef can create a recipe from anywhere in the world. The cloud chef software re- records every single details, exactly how much the chef stirs, how long they heat a pot, and when ingredients are added. The execution. This data is uploaded to the cloud and sent to a commercial ghost kitchen equipped with robotic arms. Robot perfectly replicates the human creator's exact movements and cooking in. Oh, okay. So it's like you are just specifying instruction. But I'm thinking something where you real live, not real time you are providing. And imagine you started and your internet went off, or maybe due to slow speed or something. Instruction are uh, reaching, like there is latency is happening. Then your whatever food you are preparing, it will maybe half baked or maybe it will be burnt, because robots won't follow any other instruction, or if they don't, like if you are cooking it in real time or as in person in the kitchen, then you will do different, you will follow different steps. But here, interesting, but maybe they have implemented some guardrails where when if some instructions are not coming, or they will follow like whatever food that you are preparing won't get burned, or whatever what the word terminology should be used here. I'm not sure. By the way, let's jump. And now we just talked about the declarative imperative. I just thought to share it with you guys. Do let me know if you have any queries. If anyone is watching, I'm not sure. So no problem. Okay, we got the meaning of cloud chef. Lead code. Let's say lead code. SQL 50. I already searched, so you can see it. Study plan. Go to it. I'm starting from beginning. So let's start with first problem. So SQL, I'm hoping if you are gonna watch, then you already know the SQL. Just here we are brushing up, and we'll learn new functions if we don't know. Otherwise, I was simply going to solve. So let's jump to first problem, and I will try to explain it to you. If you know SQL, then it would be good. If you don't know SQL, then definitely it would be like you have to go through first SQL. It's similar to the DSA. If you don't know the programming, then how can you imagine that you will solve the DSA problems, right? So you know you should be aware of basic DSA top by at least one programming language. Here we are working with SQL. So SQL only declarative or imperative. Declarative. So okay, recyclable, recyclable, and low fat products. Let me target for 10 minutes. Oh, let's forget about the timer. Just focus on. Let's focus on. Actually, my next plan is to solve the problems using pandas, because I want to learn pandas, and it's very important in data frame, data manipulation. Uh, how to explain it? Data frame basically is structured way to hold data similar to the SQL tables, and we use it heavily to transform the data using programming language Python, pretty popular library. So, and it is being similar to it, but in distributed computing systems, it is known as like a data set they call, or something else they are calling structured data set. They are using basically in PySpark and other where distributed data set something. I need to clear concepts first. So okay, let's focus on problem. We have given a table name its products. Okay, column, basically they are defining the schema, what are the different columns, so how it table looks. For example, these are the column names and what is the data type for column. So product ID is the column, here its data type is int. Low fats is the column, its data type is enum. Enum means it's not like any value you can fit, but it's a set of values that you can that can be accepted for this data type or for the load fats. So here you can see product and recyclable enum also. Product ID is the primary key. So primary key means it can identify rows uniquely. So for a particular product ID, there will be only single row. It won't be like there are two product ID with different information. No, there will be only single record. So is the primary key column with unique values. They are specifying column with unique values for this table. Low fats is an enum. So category, low fats category of type yes or no. So it will describe whether the product is low fat or no or not. Yes or no. And recyclable, this is also yes no where the product is recyclable or not. Means this product is recyclable mean and means not. Write a solution. So it's a pretty simple problem. So here it's like these problems are focusing on a select operation. So just projection we call it, like whatever the columns that you are selecting at the end, these are known as projection. What projecting? I'm giving you blessings. It's just joking. Okay, write a solution to find the IDs of products that are both low fat and recyclable. So we need what needs to be done. Simply you are looking for the product IDs that uh, that is having that are having that are having that. So yeah, products that are having low fats and recyclable. So it's like simply you are selecting product ID. So let's see the structure. Basically you are looking for products that is having low fats, yes, and recyclable, yes. So here this one, yes, yes, this one, no, yes, so no, not possible, yes, yes. So 1 and 3 will come. By the way, this is very simple problem, so I just wanted to explain, but we can quickly solve these problems instead of wasting time, because we have enough so many people. So it's like just product ID. I'm using the. So here it's a case insensitive. So you can use camel case, whatever case you wanted to use. Products. P or DUTS products. So where simply low fats equals to yes, and I will use in the same, and recyclable. Okay, wait, yes. So just let's do it. So definitely product ID. There will be only one product ID, so it's okay. You don't need to use distinct or something. It's submitted. It's very simple. I'm just telling you. Very simple. Join the study plan to maximize your learning potential. Track start. What do you mean by study planning? Crazy, crazy. Okay, so this first one is 10. If I'll refresh, you will see it. Let's go to the second problem. Is anyone watching? I don't know, but it's okay. So let's see the second problem. Find customer referee. A referee. Okay. Given customer column name and structure, basically schema in SQL. ID is the primary key. Okay, ID is the primary key for this table. I don't think I need to use uh, whiteboard as of now, until the problems are very simple and I don't need to use it. So in SQL, ID is the primary key column for this table. Yes, okay. Each row of the table indicates the ID of customer, their name, and the ID of the customer who referred them. ID of the customer. Oh, wait a minute. So basically, it's a reference. Someone given the someone referred them. So referee ID. So that will be also part of this ID only. So customers only, right? Some customers are referred to other customers. So that way. So find the name of the customer that are either referred by any customer with ID not equals to 2. Second, not referred by any customer. Return the result table in any order. So basically, we have given these columns. Imagine, so these are the columns. I mean, these are the fields: ID, name, referee ID. So we need to find all the names from this table where either no one referred them, so referee ID is null, or referee ID is 2. So here you can say null, so this should come. Will Jane will come because referee ID is null, no one referred them. Alex 2, Alex 2. So someone referred and referee ID is 2. So you need to skip this. And another, so here you null, so you can consider it. Another 1, so it is not 2, so you can consider it. And this one not 2, 2, 3, 4. Four records will come. Will, Jane, then Bill, then Jack. And is there any order? So you can return in any order. So you don't need to take care of order. So whatever it is returning, you can simply return. So select what are we looking for. So simply we are looking for name from table customer. Okay. What are the conditions? Where first thing, referee ID should not be null. What does it mean? Like not referred by anyone, any customer. That means referee ID will be null for them. So here, let's follow the same order. Referred by any customer with ID not equals to 2. Referee, ref or re, referee ID not equals to 2, or first thing, this one condition should satisfy, or second condition, it could be like those records where referee referee ID is null. Here you cannot use this. If you are aware of this, you cannot use null. Is null. Yes, null is not a data type. What? It's not data type, right? Let's do it. So I'll just clarify it. Why are we using is null instead of not equals to null? So I'll get it. Oh, so I just instead of submitting, I'll just plan it again. So let's just ask it. Hi GPT. Sorry. No need to apologize. There is nothing to fix or worry about. It is giving me sorry. Sticky notes. Hi Gemini. I have a query related to SQL. Like why are we using is not null or is null, and why don't we use not equals to null? Molly said, what's wrong? Hmm. No problem, bro. Now I need to use something else. Let me go to chat GPT. Think, bro, think. Hi, GPT. I have a question regarding SQL. Why are we using is null or is not null? Why don't we use directly not equals to null, similar to how we are comparing other values? For example, number, character, we are using equals to and not equals to operator. But when it comes to null check, we are using separate operator, that is or is not. I think it's because it's not a data type. Great question. The key idea is null is not normal value. It means unknown or missing. That is why SQL cannot treat it like 10, John, or any other actual value. Normal values can be compared. It's like this or from this. Why are you telling me my name? Fuck. But what happens with null? Imagine this SQL where salary equals to null. You might think check whether salary is empty, but SQL interprets this as is the salary equals to an unknown value, suppose 5,000 salary null. Now is 5,000 equals to null? Imagine two students didn't provide their marks. Student A marks unknown. Student marks. Can we say their marks are equal? No, maybe both got. Yeah, this one is uh, intuitive. Both maybe both got 90, but maybe one got 50 and other got 80. We simply don't know. Therefore, null equals to does not return true. It, it returns unknown. SQL actually has three logical states: true, false. Most programming languages mainly work with true, false, but SQL uses three valued logic: true, false, and null. For example, select null equals to null, conceptually unknown, and null not equals to null, also unknown. What null actually means represents. So why is null? Is null is the only is not really asking is this value equals to null. Instead, it asks does this column contain a null marker? Example is null. This. Think about it like this. Okay, I just kept my camera. Got it. Thanks, ChatGPT. So second problem also solved. Very easy, I would say. These are simply just like uh, I'm forgetting the words to be used here. It is more like how do I say narrate frame it. It's like warm up. Yeah, I forgot the word. Warm up. Warm up exercise. Oh, shit. I don't want to use this. So we have word table name continent area population GDP. Name is the primary key column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table gives the information about the name of a country. Okay, so name is nothing but name of country, the continent to which it belongs, its area, the population, and its GDP value. The country is big if it has area of at least 3 million, either 3 into 10 to the power 6, no, 3 into 10 to the power 5. Oh, no, no, no. 1 million means 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs means 1 into 10 to the power 10 into 10 to the power 6. Yes, it has population of at least. Okay, it has population of at least this condition. Write a solution to find the name, population, and area. So these are the projecting columns. Basically, they are looking for these three columns of the big countries. Big country means area should be greater than or equals to, or just focus on this. Basically, it's not necessary that both conditions should satisfy. Either area is big or the population is big, like our country. Return the result because we are not big area wise compared. There are bigger countries. I think Russia, USA also has a lot of land. So I'm not sure, bro. I'm very bad at, but I'm just giving jam. It looks like I'm not looking into camera, bro. So let's do it. It's a quick problem. Let me so that we can spend more time on the problems that are really useful. These are very simple. So just I wanted to solve everything. So okay. So first name, we need name. So I'm just following the uppercase name. Okay, name, population, and area from world where population is greater than equals to 3, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, or I just want to make sure 3 into 3, 6. Okay, or second condition, sorry, it's first one is area or population. I think area is a keyword being used for other purposes as well. Seems like population greater than at least. So that means greater than equals to 25, 2, 2, 4, 6, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it, buddy. These are very simple, so that's why it's like just don't think too much about these problems. These are simple, very simple. The third problem done. Let's move to fourth problem. Okay, given views. Okay, table name views. Wow, there is no primary key column with unique value. Okay, so article ID, author ID, viewer ID, view date. Why are you giving so many IDs if you are not providing any other table? There is no primary key column with unique values for this table. The table may have duplicate rows. Each row of this table indicates that some viewer viewed an article. So this is the date when some viewer viewed an article. Okay. So it's about view views. Yeah. Okay. Article written by some author on some date. Okay. Not that equal. Note that equal author ID and viewer ID indicate the same person. Yeah, author means same article you are viewing. Okay, if author is same, 1 minute. And viewer ID means viewer, user who is viewing. So it describes that particular viewer. But one author can have multiple. Okay, one thing. Each row of this table indicates that some viewer viewed an article written by some author. Note that author ID and viewer ID indicate the same person. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is extra information. If some author ID, someone who has written the article, and viewer ID. If you are watching your own videos, then that means you are basically you are the same person who is creating the video or something. I just got confused. Okay, so write a solution to find all the authors that viewed at least one of their own article. Okay, so 4 and 7 here you can see. So one, sorry, article ID we don't care. So author ID and viewer ID. So 3, 5 no, 3, 6 no, 7, 7 yes. 7 7, yes, and 7 6, yes, no, 7 1, no, 4 4 4 4. So one thing is for sure, here you can see 7 7. It appeared once only, but here if you see it appeared twice. So that means we want only one author. I okay, write a solution to find what I bro? Way unfair, bro. This is very good. Bro, I already completed my college. I don't know what's wrong with it. Now the light is not working. Shit. Yeah, it worked. Fine. Thank you. I'll just reply you. Haha. Quick. Good. Fine. Thank you. I'll just reply you. Quick. So, okay. Thank you. Bye. So here I just need to do one thing. Select author ID. Author ID. So definitely there could be multiple. If you can see a 4 4 appearing twice, and we just want distinct author ID because same author, and you can say might viewed his own article multiple times, his or her, sorry, distinct. So author ID from from views where author ID. Okay, so only okay. Just I'll tell you. So what first condition? What is the condition to check whether the same author, whether author has viewed his own article, his or her own article or not? So the condition is where author ID is. So author ID is equals to, here we are using simple viewer ID. I have to viewer ID. So this is the condition to filter the uh, self-viewed record, self-viewed articles, and then you are just looking for the author, different author who viewed their own article, and then you are just looking for distinct author ID. Huh? I mean, what is there any order? Sorry, I always do this mistake. I don't know. Maybe I'm not reading, and I just want to fix it. Sometimes I'm sorted by ID in ascending order. So sorry. So sort, not sort, order by ID, and default you can specify ascending, or you can skip it because default order is ascending only. So I am just speaking skipping. So here I need to use author ID only. And what is the okay, one more thing, we need to rename it because they are looking for ID. Output should be ID. I need to make this habit, read the problem carefully, and yeah, wonderful. No surprise, it's a very simple question. Let me jump to invalid tweets. Can we solve a 25 out of let's see, maybe then we can finish it in 2 days. So no, I can't estimate because some of the problems will be, oh, all of there is only one hard problem, all of them are easy and medium. So let's fast the pace. Okay, sorry. So tweets. Okay. So what are they calling, like for when you are, so still they are they still calling tweets only, or they are using different? Because now they change it to X instead of Twitter. That's a funny question. Are they still calling tweets or on X? Are they still called? Oh, sorry, my English is not good. So officially no. On the platform X, tweets are now called posts and retweets are called as reposts. However, many users and media outlets still casually use the legacy terms tweets and Twitter out of habit and strong brand recognition. Okay, sorry. First, I need to go. So we have a table tweets, and it has tweet ID, content. Okay, two columns, tweet ID and content. Tweet ID is the primary key column with unique values. Okay, great. For this table, content consists of alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric character. Uh, okay, alphanumeric means 0 to 9 and A to Z small or capital, right? Not exclamation. No, no, not. It's not. It's exclamation space and no other special character. So these two is special character only. This table contains all the tweets in a social media app. This table contains all the tweets in a social media app, all the posts. Write a solution to find the IDs of invalid tweets. The 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 tweet is invalid if the number of characters used in the content of tweet is strictly greater than 15. Uh, Greater than 15. Return the result. Uh, Return the result table in any order. Result format is in the following format. So length of the characters greater than 15. 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So why are you, it's a very simple. So I'll just tell you. So whenever you want to find the length of content, here just they are focusing on the length of content. It should be, so there is a function length that you can apply. So what we will do, simply we have to go through, just we need to calculate the length of content, and if it is greater than 15, then we can simply flag that is invalid to it. So I remember that if you wanted to uh, post content on X, there is a limitation. If you want to use free, if you are not subscribing them, then you can only post, like you can upload up to 250 characters or words, not character to be honest. It would be words, I believe, into a post. That is very limited and short. You can post short paragraph, or you can say short content only. So select, we need a tweet ID. What we need? Tweet ID. Tweet ID. And from, definitely tweet ID is unique, so we don't need to take care of any distinct or something here. And from tweets, so I can use simply, I know best approach would be here. I can use two operations, but I don't want to introduce unnecessary. But so where length you can calculate while you are in the where condition itself. Length of content is greater than equals to greater than 15, not equals to greater than 15. So you will say, okay, return me those in any order. So okay, we don't need to take care of order. Very simple. I'm still telling these are very simple problems. Just projection. It's like you are brushing up. So if you know basics of SQL, just go for this. these problems. You don't need to learn advanced window functions and all. At least for these problems, select basic joins. You know, there are some joins. So we completed this select section. Now let's jump into join. Okay, so join, before join. Okay, I'll use accelerate right now. I just want to try out something cool, experiment. I'll tell you basics of joins. I don't remember joins. Joint Spain. Joint Spain. I don't know why my emoji Mac, how to open. I'll use here copy emoji. Just want to do some fun. It would be interesting if you are. Otherwise, it will be very boring. Which one will be good one? This cell. Copy. Why don't you copy directly, bro? Giant chain. I zoom it? So there are four different types of joint pain. So there is a left join. I will use left, and okay, it's very bad. It's better if I'll use my whiteboard to explain it. Right and inner, inner join, left join. Sorry, that's jokes apart. Left, right, inner join. And is there any other join? Oh, sorry. There is another cross join. Today only I used it. Cross join. Okay, these are the joins. So I remember recently had given one interview, and there interviewer came with a problem where he said like, okay, these are the Venn diagrams, and I want some particular data out of it. I'm not sure if I told him the correct approach. I took little time to solve it. I won't tell you the question right now, but it's like a here. So I'll just give you brief. No, let's forget about it. So these are, let's say, table. So this is table 1, T1, and this is table 2. So basically, when you are performing left join, that means, okay, so suppose, so basically, how to fill it, bro? Oh, set. No, I just want something different here. Ah, okay. So this is good. Here, suppose you are performing left join. What does it mean? So there are two tables or two data sets that you want to perform join based on some conditions. So what exactly in the left join happens? It will compare and it will check from table in. Let's say there are some records in table 1, and it will check with table 2, and if something is matching, then it will be part of it. You will get the information from it, from this section. Otherwise, for other parts, you will get null. You won't get the information from it. So that is the basically what you are doing. You are keeping everything from it, but for the records for this intersection, you will get the information from this part as well. So it's like this part is something, how to fill it, I don't know. And in the case of right join, what happens? It's opposite of left join, where you will get data from this part, complete data. If something is matching, then only you will get information from left part. Otherwise, only you will get from the right part. In case of inner join, what happens? So basically, in case of inner join, you are just looking for the records where the joining condition is matching. So you will get something where not like this. I don't know yaar, how to fill it. I will use my whiteboard better. So yeah, so joins, there are four types of joins: left, left join, second, right join, third, uh, also called self join. You are joining same table with same. But I feel like these are the only right join, cross join. I'll keep it at, and fourth one is the inner join. Hey, hello join. So this is a table. Let's say these are the, hey shit. Imagine these are the tables we have. Oh, not working. Where is the shape option? There will be some shape option. Yeah, perfect. These are the two. Let's say we have table one. Here I'll be able to set it correctly. So suppose this is table one, table one. This is table two. If you have wanted something, like you want to join and you want to get some information from table two. So if you are using, uh, let's say first left join, what does it mean? You want all the records from left table, okay? And what does it this area represents? This part. This part means there are some records for which uh, there are some records in the table one that, like whatever the condition that you are using to match from table 2, those are matching. So that means you, for these records you are getting them here. There will be some left only records, some matching records, you can say. So for them, null information from right, and matching means you will get information from right. Let's say I'll give you a small example. I'm just brushing up my skills as well. You have given table 1 where, let's say, id and name. So id 1 2 3 and name r1 r2 r3. Very bad example, bro. Second table, it's table 1 and it's table 2. Here, let's say id and school. Is it okay if I'll say this in such a way? Let's say id, uh, I'll say sid, school id. So it's like 1 2 3. One I'll keep GU, Galgodia University, BHU. Sorry, it's better I'll use something like college 1, college 2, college 3. Okay. So what exactly here? What exactly we are doing here? So for example, for this one, it's 1, or let's say for this one it's 2. For it for second it's let's keep null. For third one it's 5. Okay, now these are the IDs. So what it's going to do? Like now you are joining based on these columns. These two fields you are joining. This field from this table, this field from this table, and based on this. So this field is this is primary key for this. this is reference ID, reference key you can say. So basically you are joining based on this. So what happens when you will join, it will compare two, is there any record with two? So it will say yes, there is a record. So all the information college, so suppose you want college, so you will get this college information here for the two, call two will come pop up here. And for this null, they won't match anything, so it will be null only. Okay, now for this 5, so 5, it will look and it won't find anything, so it will say okay, there isn't anything. So what will happen, it will basically will be having null. But I'm confused about it, whether it will keep null, because normally what happens if you are comparing null, it will skip those records. I mean null won't compare with anything, so it will just discard this record. But in case of left join, I don't think it should discard those columns. Correct, yeah, it won't discard. Left you are using, na? So yeah. But if you use inner join, then this definitely it will discard. Correct, got it. So table one. So this is the condition where you are taking everything. So what these all information will be part of it, and if information is all coming from two, then you will keep it. Otherwise, you won't keep it. That's why this is the area you can think of where the IDs are matching and another not matching. And right join simply opposite of it, where what will happen, suppose now just swap the tables and you keep the table here. Let's say you wanted to join this table and you want to get the students from this table, but definitely it will be many to one, so I don't want to use this example. Where simply you can think of like you are joining table, two tables, and what happens, so all the information from the right table will be there, and if something is matching from left table you will get that, otherwise you won't, that information won't populate it. That is the cross join, means you are joining two tables, bombarding it. You are not joining but you are bombarding it. uh, Hi bro. Oh, okay. Can I you say reply? It's using my different profile. I'll reply here. Okay. Okay. Before SQL trigger. Using my different profile. Oh, you are learning front end. Great, bro. Before SQL trigger. Great. You are learning front end. Yeah, it's his videos are great. Like you can follow him. Fundamental of SQL. I watched some videos. Maybe you can follow this Apna College. His videos are great. Like you can Apna College. I think you will be aware of that Apna College SQL. Just watch a video. I think they have explained everything in one video. Not sure if it is available. Yeah, you can follow this video and it will be enough for you. 3 hours video will be sufficient to solve SQL problems, or just go for do you want? I think they have explained everything in one video. Copy link. Yeah, you can follow this video. Or it's repeating same thing. Yeah, you can follow this research, bro. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here what exactly I'm doing. So in case of inner join, what will happen? Basically, all the information, suppose you are applying the inner join here. So what it will do, if our records are matching, if the information, suppose here this 2 ID and it is matching with this 2 ID, this one, for this it is null, so it will discard. For 5 there isn't anything matching from the right table, so it will keep only this. So you will get something like 1 R1 from this row, and SID if you wanted to keep, then it will be 2, and from the right table you will get ID 1. If you are combining everything, then definitely you will get ambiguous column and all, and column 2. And if you just wanted some information, let's say you skip this column, you skip this column, and in the project's final projection you are just looking for ID from the table 1, ID, name, and school, you want this information, school. So ID, okay, ID from this. So you have to specify, okay, you want ID from this because ID is also available here. So okay, then it will be something like, if you'll apply inner join, then you will get 1 R1 and column 1 will be college 1, you can say. So this part will come here, only this part. Sorry, this is not here. This will match with this part and it will go like this. Very good. Is there any transparent option, or leave it? This will inner. And in case of cross join, what happens? Basically, cross join, it's not so useful because it's optimization or computation wise. It's like, suppose there is a table. Today I solved one problem. There was the use of cross join. Suppose there is our student table, and here the name, ID, student ID, and name. So let's say 1 2 3, and in the 1 you kept the Rahul, very famous name, and Rohan and Seetal. 3 are the people. And in this, in the second table, what you are keeping? Subjects. Sorry, my typing speed is very bad. Not typing, writing. My handwriting is very bad. Sorry. Subject. Subjects are subjects. Subject, students, subjects. Yeah, that's good. So here you said, okay, let's say ID. You given the ID, that is subject ID, and name. Let's say I'll just want to use the different name. So I'll say something like sub ID and subject. Okay, 1 2 3 4, and I'll erase it first. So 4 5. So these are the subjects, subject IDs, and let's say there are 5 subjects only. And what should I keep this subject? Maybe Hindi, English, and economics, my spelling, and math, physics. Okay, I don't know. I just took random names. And now you said something like, each student enrolled in all the subjects. So each student basically uh, participate, or you, these are from the same college, and every student has enrolled in all subjects. Now get the subjects for each student. Basically it should show something like 1 Rahul, subject Hindi, then 1 Rahul and English. So it's like a 5 rows for each. Now it's more like, you can think of in such a way, you are joining this with this with this with this with this with this. So this is cross join. You don't care what is the ID column, just simply join every row with every row, in this. So if there are m rows and there are n rows, so it will be like for each row you are joining with n rows, so total it will be m into n rows. Okay, so this is cross join. So simply how do we cross join? Simply you can use cross join. Let's say there is table, from table, I'm just writing table 1, and here cross join table 2. You don't need to specify any on condition on a equals to something, b equals to something. You don't need to take care of that. Simply apply the cross join without any condition. That is a cross join. Simply it will apply between both table, and it will be uh, like each record is going to be joined with all the records in second table. That's the cross join. And there is a self join, by the way. Self join means simply you are joining, so it's self explanatory. Self join, self explanatory, self explanatory. Okay, so here what exactly happens? Basically, you are joining table with self. Maybe you wanted to get some information for others, and it depends. So suppose there are some students and teacher and everything. Uh, Not a student teacher. Let's take another example where I can say self join is useful. Suppose there is let's take, I just wanted to use different table. There is a employee, and there you can say employee id, and manager is also an employee. So if you want to get the manager information, then you can use this. So let's say I am just giving the same id example, employee id, but it is book is, so that's why I want to use something different, some different example. Hmm. What if I'll use some student and teacher example, but both are different. I'll leave it. So let's use this employee ID, name, and a manager ID. And manager is also employee, so you want to get the manager ID information. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, name A, B, C, D. Now manager ID for this is null, no manager for this. For 2, manager is 1, 3, manager is 1, for 4, manager is 2. Now you want the manager name instead of manager ID. So yeah, what you can do, when what is the name A, so you need to join the same table employee with employee based on employee ID and manager ID. And you can use, so this is self join where you are using same table to join self. No, here won't be okay. So join, now we can jump into join. Okay, what is GitHub and how it works? Okay. Now I'll teach. Can I give you short uh, intro? Will it be enough? Then you can start using GitHub. Okay, I'll give you a quick demo if you are there. Sorry, I was not looking. Okay, I'm so sorry. Actually, I was not looking into the screen, but I'll give you quick demo. Demo. I mean, first step you have to follow. So I'll give you uh, step by step simple process where you can start using it. I'll give you bare minimum uh, process to start using it. Then you can explore it further. But yeah, these are the fundamental things that you can learn. So first thing, uh, when I was learning, so I was confused about Git and GitHub. So I'll give you a, though I just want to practice. Okay, Git and GitHub. Okay, so I'll just tell you Git and difference between Git and GitHub first. So Git is basically local, you can say open source software. So open source software that we are using for version control, or basically whatever. Suppose you imagine you have written some code, and normally if you don't have Git, then how you are going to do it? So there is a file, you have written some code. Let's say this is your code, and you written at a starting. After some time, what you did, you made some changes into the code. Maybe your code isn't working, so you made some changes, and you overwritten the file. Am I writing correct? Overwritten the file, and now you realize, okay, the code that you have written as starting. Okay, so let's say, so I'm just telling you what is the use of Git. So I'll give you better demo. So it's very useful. Like in corporate, they are using heavily, or it's without it you can't imagine even uh, development. So it's very useful. It's a necessary. You have to use Git. So I'll just tell you first thing why we need Git. So imagine why we need Git. Okay, because if you will get the question why we need it, then you can easily understand what is the use of it, and you will remember it, like what's the purpose behind it. So suppose there is a file. Okay, so you just written, let's say, main.py, and now what you did, you have written some lines of code, let's say 150 lines, and you saved the file. This is normal without Git. Without it. So okay, now what you did, let's say, made some changes. Now there are two options. First, you just do main.py, and here lines. Suppose you added two lines here, so 152 lines, or maybe just you modified lines. So here you did something, and let's say there is one line that you added, green. Okay, two lines you added. These are the two new lines you added. So I'm just assuming you can add. Basically, you can update the code, complete code. So now what do you want? Simply there are two options. Either you can save it as it is, and you will. So basically, you are overwriting the the file. So this is one option where you are just overwriting the existing file. You made the changes into the same file and you overwrite it. Second option, what you will do, you will keep it as it is, and maybe you created another file, main copy.py, and you created another file. So this is how we store the different versions of code. If you wanted without to do it without Git, you will basically make multiple copies, then you will manage them. So this is simple approach. Okay, now, so what is the use of Git here? Basically, you created a file, and now you will just ask Git, can you track it, and then Git will start tracking the file, and whatever, like suppose you have written 50 lines of code at starting, 50 lines, and you made the change, and after that, like how you are saving the code in normal file, in the same way here you are just making the commit. So it will remember, Git will remember, okay, you committed the changes. So this is where you can say checkpoint. So next time, and after that, if you'll make another change, like you added 20 more lines, and you again made one commit means basically you can think of similar to how you are saving a file. Every time you are writing something, you are saving it again and again, but there you cannot roll back to another until you are saving into different file. So you are making the different commits, and every time you are making commits, basically it's a store checkpoints where, so from suppose now you want to go from let's say this we call it commit 3. So these are the commits. Let's say you made some changes into a file. Okay, now you are at this location. So this is your final version of file right now. And now you decided, okay, here code is not good. I want to go back to the previous. So time travel, they call it. You can travel to past. Now you want to, so you can roll back to here, and after that you can go back there. So if you want to see it, or if you want to erase it, and you can do so, all the options you can perform here. So that's how within the same file you can perform multiple operations every time. It's not going to create new file, but it will keep the checkpoints, and it will basically create different version without storing different copies of the file, basically. So that's the use of Git. I'm just telling you Git. So you can use it locally, and you don't need to basically you can commit the changes into a file. You can create a Git. Basically you can use Git. So Git is basically version control system, and it's basically open source, created by Linux, open source by Linux, and it's free, so you can use it. And when it comes to GitHub, suppose now you don't want to keep your changes locally. Maybe tomorrow you formatted your laptop. So what will happen? Git has gone, everything is gone. So now everything has gone. Now what will happen? You lost your changes, no matter whether you stored, you committed them and all, because all the changes whatever you are making, you can perform the operations locally. But what if you want to get it into cloud? Then comes GitHub. So earlier, yeah, I was thinking Git and GitHub are both are same, but no. GitHub basically it's a cloud repo. You can say cloud repository here, and Git version control. So can I give some analogy? I'm not sure what analogy could be used here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Maybe what? Suppose you recorded a video on your local phone, on your phone, and now you want to publish it on YouTube, so that maybe even if you'll delete your video from local, then also you can look into it over the cloud. And also, if you want it in future, then you can download, and you can perform the same operation. So GitHub is basically cloud version, where you will perform the operations you can directly perform there using cloud. But mostly what people use it simply, uh, what they do, they are making changes locally, and then they are publishing, they are pushing the changes. There is a particular pushing it into cloud, GitHub. And there isn't any GitHub specific. You can use different, uh, I mean there are different other vendors that are providing functionality similar to GitHub, but GitHub is free even, so you can utilize it. There are Bitbucket, I believe, Bitbucket, and DevOps, Azure DevOps, or what? Azure. So it's by Microsoft, by the way. GitHub is by Microsoft, and Git is by Linux, open source. And now I'll just, yeah, I hope it's clear now. Oh, you are following? Okay. By the way, so after that, simply you go to download Git first. Git, just search, download it for your particular operating system. Maybe install on Mac. For me, it's showing Mac. You can download it and install it. Follow the simple steps, and you can download it. So it will be it will locally install on your repo. Basically, it will install locally on your system. Then it will look like terminal. I will just show you. For me, just to type the command git, then it will so if it is available, and it will it will list out all the commands. And suppose now there is a folder where you want to track locally, then you can follow the different commands. You can search for it and you can get it. For example, there is, suppose I created one folder ls, so this is my directory. Maybe where I should go, cd coding and ls. So with status, actually I know these commands, but for you just learn them. So you'll, this is not a repository right now, so it is not tracking it because this is not a repository. So you'll say, so what happens, like when you create a repository, basically it starts tracking all the files within that. So you can think of it like git repo is similar to a folder where all the files are being tracked. So it will create a .git file, git basically metadata directory inside it that will keep tracking of everything, and you can say heavy lifting is done by this .git folder, so you don't need to delete it and all. So and git status, so I'll just create one file ls. There are so many things clear. uh, Let me say just I created mkdir, just I'll give you quick demo mkdir git demo git status. I will go to this directory git demo git status. So right now you can see git status, that will you can see whether files are being tracked and all. So here you can check. Right now it's not a git repository. Let's just write the command git init. So it will initialize. Now it's a git repository, and you can see, and inside git demo there is a file .git. So I'll show you ls minus l. I think that will show. No, ls minus a. Yeah, you can see it. There is a .git directory created. Earlier it wasn't. Now suppose I will create one file here, touch test.py ls git status. So right now it git is not tracking this file, but you can say git. There are commands, so basically you just learn. You can follow a chat GPT or anything, and you can get it. So I will, yeah, that's not necessary to discuss here. So simply they are also guiding here. So if you want to add this into tracking list, so git can track the file. So you can say git add, uh, and you can specify the file name test.py, or you can specify git add -a. So all the files that are not untracked will be tracked here. So git status, you can see now this file is being tracked. So suppose I will, now you can follow the commands, different commands. So this file is tracked here. Suppose I will write vi test.py, actually hello I think hello world. How to do it, man? I don't know. WQ ls git status. You modified some changes into this file, so git status git. I feel like I'm just writing the commands are brushing up, so it's better you can use it. And what you need to do, once you'll install it locally, go to GitHub. So in this way, so basically I'm just so here this, for example, for this version there are some repositories, so you can similarly you can create your GitHub account, then create repositories. And if you wanted to create new repository, then you will get all the instruction how to link your local repo with the cloud repo, whatever you are creating. And then you can publish, so you will use git push, and it will push the changes from local to here. So you can see this is a one repository that I created similar to that git demo. There is a repository, and here you can see all the commits and all. So for example, there is a folder, you can create nested folder and all, and in the folder you can see all the commits. For example, for this file, where are the commits, bro? History, you can see, I think there in the history he just published one commit only, but there are multiple commits. You can explore the different repository and you'll get all the, yeah. So that's all. I think that's simple. Oh, no problem, bro. If no one is there, then also no issue. I'm actually, it's not about whether someone is there or not. It's about, sometimes I feel like I'm just revising my skills, so it's not a big deal. Thank you, by the way. You, but let me jump to SQL again. Actually, I was planning to finish at least 25 problems so that I can finish it quickly. How many problems I have solved? 2 to 5. There are total 50, right? 5 only. It is showing here. Let me jump to this problem. Okay. Employees. There is an employees table. Column name, type, ID, int, name, where. ID is the. Oh, shit. I don't have order. Okay. So there is an employees table. Here the columns or schema is ID and name. ID is the primary key column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains the ID and the name of employee in a company. Okay, ID and name of employee. Okay, another employee unique. What is unique? Okay, not my. It doesn't matter. ID, unique ID. ID and unique ID is the primary key combination of column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains the ID and the corresponding unique ID of an employee in the company. ID. Hmm. So write a solution to show the unique ID of each user. If a user does not have unique ID, replace just so null. Just so null. Return the result table in any order. The format is in the following example. Why are ID and unique ID? Combination of columns with unique values for this table. 1 minute. I'll just look into data because I am confused without this ID represents this ID, then unique ID, then what is the use of it? If there will be if ID is primary key here, then if you are pointing to the same ID, then there will be only one row for the this particular ID, right? Or or is it possible there will be multiple? No, for a particular ID there should be one unique ID only. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 3, 11, 90. I mean, they are just confusing. Uh, Suppose here 3 and 1. So there will be only one record, right? With ID 3. There won't be 3 with let's say 3 with 1, 3 with 2, because for a particular employee ID there will be unique ID. So this will be unique. So yeah, I don't know why they used. Maybe they just to confuse, and they are calling this ID and unique ID combination as one. So what we will do, simply we need to join this ID employees table with the employee unit table to get the unique ID. And they are expecting that irrespective whether the ID is available in this table or not, unique ID you can keep null. So you remember it's left join where you are keeping everything from left table. If it is matching, then you can get information from right table. If not matching, then you those information, for example, unique ID will automatically be null. So you don't need to take care of that. So from I'm just keeping first from employees, employees. Let me call it as a left join and em. I make lot of employee UNI as E EU Europe on on. Actually, one thing I'm using this way, but you can use without it. The parentheses are not required, but you can use. I use it, so I have a habit of using for parentheses and keeping on in the same line, and then uh, in such a way on and then E dot from E employees ID equals to what EU dot from employee uni. You want to combine ID, EU dot ID. Okay, now what columns we are looking for? We are just looking for unique ID and name. So unique ID you will get from this EU table, alias EU dot UNIQU, unique ID, and from employee table you are looking for name. So E dot name. These are the columns only. So from employees, you are looking for all the records, so all the names will pop up. And if the record is matching based on this employee ID is matching with the uh, employee uni.id, then those records uh, will match, and for them you will get the. I am using more times, so you will get the unique ID for those records. If not non-match for non-matching records, unique ID will be null. So let's see. By the way, this is very simple dimple problem, so submit it quickly. In a similar fashion, I want to solve DSA, but somehow I'm not able to proceed. Like it takes time. DSA is not easy for me at least. Sales. So product sales analysis first. We have a sales table. What's time right now? 44454. Let me connect my laptop with charge. Okay, great. So sales table, column names and sales ID, product ID, year, quantity, price. This is a schema of table. Sales ID and year is the primary key. Sales ID, year is the primary key combination of columns with unique values of this table. Product ID is the foreign key. So product ID is the foreign key reference column to product table. So if you want product information, you can get it from product table. That's all what they are telling. Each row of this table shows a sale on the product ID in a certain year. Note that the price is per unit. Are you specifying quantity as well? So quantity into price will be the if you are specifying the price of a particular unit. So number of units you purchased. No, number of units that sold on a particular year. So what do you want, by the way? Just let me see. Product. So basically, if you want product information, product name, then you can connect with the based on product ID and what they want. Write a solution to report the product name, year, and price for each sale ID. Product name, year, and price for each sale ID in the sales table. Return any resulting in any order plus sales table. This is the sales table, product table. Nokia, just skip it, bro. Now they lost the market. I mean, earlier they were very popular. There was a caller. I just want to release Nokia. Uh, hand shake audio. No, this is not the good one. After COVID. Namaste now. No, this is not the one. I'm looking for a different one. There was something cool. Oh, is it the same? Bro, they published it 18 years ago. I think at that time, I'm not sure if even I was introduced to internet. Leave it, bro. What I'm doing. Sit. Let's jump into the question. So, okay, okay. So what they are looking for? Product and product name, Nokia, Apple, Samsung. So these are the product, different product, and 2008, 2009, 2011. Oh, it's very simple. Simply you need to join the tables. That's all, and get the projection. Select. We are from table which sales. As S, I will call join. What needs to be done? Here simply we need to join all the 1 minute. I'll just check it. Definitely all the products will be should be part of this table. If the product is missing, then we don't want to show them. How can I? So let's not assume. What I'll do, simply I'll use left join. So if the product information is not available, then I'll get null. I can't assume that okay, all the products are available in the product table. If not, then it should get we should give null for them, like product name should be null. And here we are looking for product name, year price we can get it from the sales table. And product name, based on the product id we can connect product id with product id, and then we can get the product name. So join table. What table? Join. Okay, another table, that is, I forgot the table name. Sit. What is the name of table? Product as p, and I'll use on, and then I'm just using parentheses, but most of the SQLs I feel better like here. Okay, you are specifying the conditions. So p, so p dot what, product ID. So basically you are connecting this product ID from product table, product ID. Sorry. Normally the people use first specify the s dot product ID. It's a standard, you can follow anything, but it's more readable. Like first you are taking the joining column from the first table, then following the order, same order, then you are specifying the second table column. So product ID you are joining, and then you are getting first thing, what are the required columns. So required columns, product name and year. You know one thing, year, price. I'm not specifying from whether you are taking it from S or P, because the columns that you are taking uh, are uniquely available in different tables, so you can easily get it. But if suppose the product name, suppose you want to get product name and not product name, but let's say you wanted to get the product ID as well, but product ID is available in both. So SQL will confuse whether you want from this table or you want from this table. Then you have to specify in a such a way. For example, you can specify like, okay, I want product p dot product ID, not from S, product ID. Then this way, alias and the name of the column that you are looking from this table. But here we are looking for distinct columns that are either available in A or B, either available in S or sales table or in product table. So here we don't need to worry about that. Maybe in future, like we'll solve once we'll proceed to another other problems, then we'll get it. Okay, JMD, Jai Mata Di. Oh, thanks, bro. Are their HTML questions in Leetcode? Oh, I don't think HTML questions are in Leetcode, bro. But for that, why are you looking for Leetcode questions? Better just ask ChatGPT. It will give you a list of questions and you try to build them. It will be easy. But you can follow for that W3 school. I think you will get plenty of questions, or maybe any other website. I'm not sure. Hey, but you will get, if you want to practice, then you will get a lot of objective questions and maybe small tasks as well, and you can follow it. Yeah, that will be sufficient because they don't focus much on HTML especially. Just learn the basics maybe in 2 3 days or 4 days 5 days. That's enough for HTML, and then jump into CSS. Cool part. So don't give much time to HTML because most of the times you are going to use some basic elements only, not like you are going to use some fancy HTML5 syntax. You will use this some div. I forgot the terms. Last long time I haven't used HTML. So what are the different tags like a div, uh, title, head, HTML head? Forgot notes. There are some limited tags text there. Just see the HTML head. I'm just trying to recall title, title, and another one is IMG, I believe, body, and is there div? Very famous. There, I mean, most of the time we use div, and there is another span. So just learn them basics, and I can build everything from this only. No, no, no. Button, I don't know if you are using button because from div itself you can convert into button if you want to customize, and also bro just learn. I mean you don't need to spend much time on HTML. Just learn basics or basic tags and uses, then jump into CSS. Yeah, for CSS give uh, dedicated time, maybe 1 month. It depends on you how much practice you are doing. I remember there was a one channel. He was publishing a lot of cool animation on CSS animation. So here, not this one. I mean, there was one other channel. He used to make a lot of cool videos. So I forgot the channel. So if you wanted to master, then maybe you can get inspiration from that channel because they are building some cool websites or landing page. The CSS guy, I believe, is the CSS guy. Is it the same channel? No, it's not the same. I forgot the name of channel. Let me search something. The landing landing page using CSS. You can follow other resources, but I saw like he was using advanced CSS. So now they similar. There are other channels from which you can get the inspiration. Coding Nepal, I never you watched videos of him. Actually, there are so many new channels, but I used to follow that particular channel. You can follow these different channels and get the inspiration, like whether, what kind of. I mean, you will get inspiration like what you want to build, and you will get challenged. Suppose you got the let's say you want to build this. So just see and capture the screenshot and then try to mimic it. Just try to first build the scaffold using HTML, then try to mimic it. I mean, just in the same way how you will build it. So this will be pretty interesting if you'll follow in such a way. And for further, you can use, if you want more inspiration, then use Dribble. It's better. And here you can see, for example, if you want to build the landing page, can't I see it directly? Let's say landing page, and you can see cool modern UI options. Let's say you want to build this, and just see the picture and then try to build it. That's how you can learn it. So every item, for example, this glowing effect and all. Yeah, yeah, give plenty of time for the CSS, because if once your CSS fundamentals will be clear, Then you can jump to any uh, framework, maybe framework or library, React, Angular. Angular is full stack framework. Angular I never used. I used React bit of, and React or Angular. There is another Vue, another nowadays pretty famous Vue. But most of the times people are using React or Next.js. So in case of Next.js, it's server-side rendered page you will get, but when you are using React, it's going to client-side where it will render in the browser. But yeah, definitely learn React after it. But before jumping into the React or any other framework, master your HTML. Just give little time, then focus on CSS. Master it perfectly. Learn it by hard. I mean, deepen your knowledge on CSS. Okay, let me jump to Leetcode 50. 50. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. Just want to fill my water bottle. No, it's not hard, bro. Once you will get the fundamentals of it, like you will get the intuition what exactly we are doing in this. It will be easy for you. So it's not hard to be honest. My roadmap is to learn HTML, then CSS, then JS. Yeah, JS definitely. You need to learn JavaScript. It's without it, you can't even imagine that you will build something. Uh, Even React is completely on JavaScript only. So yeah, first learn HTML, CSS, then you start building the websites. At least you will learn to build. Basically, you will be able to build the websites, but when you want to make them dynamic, then you have to learn JavaScript and learn it fully. Like deepen your knowledge on JavaScript so that you can learn other libraries or frameworks. Then I will make clone of websites to put in my LinkedIn. Yes, that's good plan. Okay, correct. Yeah, you can follow this approach. So after even you can start like publishing it into your GitHub or LinkedIn once once you'll learn the HTML, CSS, and then slowly jump into the JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript. First learn. They call it vanilla JavaScript. No, bro, CSS is not hard to be honest. Uh, Follow any tutorial. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll tell you what I followed. If you wanted to follow, you can follow it. It's cool, but it's in Udemy. So I'll say CSS. I followed by Maximilian, or I'm not sure the name. I will show you. So this is one of the cool tutor you can follow, but you if you wanted to learn advanced CSS. But for the fundamentals, you can go with this tutorial. Where is that? CSS by Maximilian. I'm not sure if the name is. Yes, this one. I think this is enough. If you'll watch the tutorials, even you can download it, bro, from any uh, torrent or somewhere. Even I downloaded, so you can download it and then watch the tutorials. So it will be sufficient for you. You will learn the fundamentals, and they are teaching it very beautifully, and you will deep your. It will deepen your knowledge basically. Flexbox and everything they are covering, and they are building a website from scratch. So basically how to use backdrop and all they have taught it. It's a simple website, not fancy website, so don't go for fancy website at starting. Just learn the fundamentals, and then yeah. So first just try to learn the different parts of the CSS, like how you can build the button, how you can build the backdrop, how you can animate a animate a div, span, or any element and transform into different things. Yeah, and then go for advanced CSS. For example, you can jump into this. Maybe you can watch these tutorials. Uh, you can subscribe, or you can not subscribe, but you can download it from torrent. To be honest, you don't have to spend money. But if it's up to you. If you wanted, you can purchase. But the problem is like even when you are watching videos on Udemy, it's very slow compared to YouTube. If your internet is slow, you will feel like it will stop in between. I hate it. I don't know why, but it's not optimized as compared to YouTube. Their editor is not. It's a good player, but still it's not optimized when compares to when we are comparing with the YouTube. Yeah, so that's the uh, roadmap that you can follow. But master the CSS first after HTML. Okay, now let me jump to another problem. I was already in problem or what? No, 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 no. Okay, so let me jump. Oh, I was saying like crack some internship. Are you asking after full, like once you learn the full stack, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and any framework, or just after HTML, CSS? I don't think you will be able to get. Uh, I'm not sure, but it will be very difficult with HTML, CSS now in AI era, especially. But yeah, you can build the portfolio, then you can get internship. That will help you if you will build the strong portfolio. I mean, you can build some websites using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and maybe learn React as well. Then yeah, I'm telling you only about the front. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It depends on the portfolio. If you build something cool, then they might hire you for internship. They will give you internship opportunity, and maybe learn after that React. It's a pretty popular, so it won't take much time. At least you will get the fundamentals quickly. Let me take a quick break. I just wanted to fill my water bottle, so I'll be back in 2 3 minutes. So how to go to the break option? Yeah, this is the time. Okay, so I'm back again. So where is my live stream? Okay, so okay, you are in AI ML. Then you are in a good track, bro. Why are you trying to switch to full stack developer? Yeah, can you try full stack developer, but also integrate AI because now they like one thing that AI can build the basic full stack websites. So that is not they are looking for now. At least enterprise like these companies are not looking for someone who can build simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript websites. So think from their perspective, and that's why maybe just try to integrate AI and ML along with within the websites and all. Then you can build some cool projects, and accordingly, then you can get intensive. But don't say just focus on a full stack developer. Also try to learn AI. You are already in the right track, AI and ML. So also focus on AI ML. It's very important. You can't avoid it right now. And you are in the right track, bro. Learn full, full stack development, but uh, don't leave the AI ML track. Like there is a lot of scope in AI and ML, and now they are talking about not AI ML like you are going to build the algorithms from scratch or you are going to research until you wanted to research or something. Basically, they are looking for someone who can build the like if you have heard the term agentic AI. Now it's revolving in the market. They are looking for someone who can build the agents and orchestrate them. So everything is the market has switched from prompt engineering to a agentic workflow and all. So yeah, you can go with full stack development, but also try to integrate AI in that. Then you will get better opportunities, and you can get internship opportunities as well. So yeah, let me jump to SQL. If you have any question, you can let me know. So okay, customer who visited but did not. Okay, let's jump into this. So we have what is time right now? 5:20. Oh shit. Customer who visited but did not make. How many problems I solved right now? Save now, and I'm targeting 25. Not sure. So we have a table widgets and widget ID, customer ID. So widget ID is the column with unique values for this table. So widget ID is the primary key. This table contains information about the customers who visited the mall. Okay, shopping mall. Okay, widget ID is the column with unique values for this table. Table contains information about the customers who visited the mall. Okay. Hmm. Customer who visited, and it will track like it's like when you are entering into mall, it will log your information, who the customer who visited, and visit ID for them. Transaction ID, visit ID, amount. Transaction ID, basically transactions, different transactions that made by with. So visit ID, this particular visit ID, and the amount of transaction that they made. Transaction ID is the column with unique values for this table. This table contains information about the transaction made during the visit, or during the visit ID. Write a solution to find the IDs of user who visited without making any transactions and number of times they made these type of visits. Okay, so what do you want? Customer ID? Oh yeah, definitely it would be customer ID only. Find the IDs of user. User is who? Customer. So we need customer ID who hasn't made any transaction during their visit. So okay, so here from customer ID, basically this is visit. So here we'll get customer ID and visit ID, and for each widget, like you can join it with visit ID. So you will get whether for this particular widget there is transaction or not. If there isn't any transaction, that means there won't be any visit ID. There won't like in transaction there won't be any log or row for this particular visit ID. Do I simply I need to take two things here. So let me reiterate it. We have widgets table. From widgets table, we need to find the customers who hasn't made any transaction. If someone made a transaction, then this particular visit ID will be in the transactions table, and then we can join. And if we are able to match the record, if we are able to join this table widgets, and we are able to get this information, that means this customer made a transaction. If not, that means this information will be null for those transactions. So what should I do? I mean, customer ID, visit ID is null. So transaction ID, can I say, okay, yeah. So what I'll do, simply I'll use left join, where what I'll get, if some a particular customer on particular visit ID, if they made a transaction, then you will get transaction ID from this table. If not, then you will get null for them. And for those records where null, transaction ID is null for those particular visit ID, widgets you can say. You can say those are the records. And what needs to be done? Write a solution to find the IDs of users who visited without making any transaction and number of times they met. So number of times. So for each customer ID, we need to calculate how many times they made visit without any transaction. So let's do one thing. First, we'll do. I'll follow two steps process. I mean, I'll do it in one step, but I'll show you the output first. So here I'll say widgets. We have widgets table. Widgets as V I can say, and left join, because I want all the widgets from this table, and if transaction is matching, then transaction information, otherwise null. Transactions as a T on, and here V dot transaction ID. No, V dot visit ID. What happened? Visit ID is equals to T dot transaction ID. Transaction ID. Sorry. My bad. Visit ID. Here, visit ID matching. Now you'll say sum of the transaction. Okay, let me just do one thing. I'll get visit ID. Now I want visit ID. Do I need it? Yes, we need it. No, we don't need it. But I'll do it one thing. So first I'm keeping visit ID just to show you the output. So visit ID contains in both tables. So we need some to specify from which table you are looking for. From V, because we'll get all the visit ID. Then what do we want? We want customer ID. Customer ID. So we are taking all the columns from first table. Here you can specify without customer ID also, so it will be easy for you to identify. And third column, we are looking for T dot transaction ID. Transaction ID. So we got these columns. So let me just show you the output. It's incorrect, but we'll see it. So these are the different widgets and their and corresponding transactions. So one visit ID for one, is there anything? Visit ID 1. So you can see 1. So here you are getting 12 transaction ID. And for the records, for example, for visit ID 4, it is here 30 customer ID. It's not available here in the visit ID. You can say 5512. So these are the different visit ID. Okay. And so in this way, you will get whether transaction ID is null. So you can get first thing, we need to get all the records where transaction ID is null. So these are the widgets. So I can say where transaction, I can use T dot transaction ID is null. So I'll get all the records where you made a widget but you haven't made any transaction. That's why transaction, it's not available in the transactions table. So you will get, so which rows will get 430, or you can say widget ID 4, widget ID 6, widget ID 7 and 8. Okay, now let's think about it. So what we are getting right now. So if we talk about particular customer 30, how many times it made uh, visit without any transaction? So 30, for 30 there is only one row with visit ID 4. For 96 there is only one with visit ID 6. For 54 if you see it's 7 this visit, and there is another for 54 8. So we need to count different visit ID, and visit ID is coming from the first table, so it will be unique, right? Yeah, yes. So now we need to aggregate. So okay, so you can see here 50 for 54 too. So what I'll do, I want to use it in one go, so I'll group by customer ID. So if we'll group by customer ID, so customer ID is coming from V. So I'm just specifying, but you can use if the column is unique in a table between the tables, then you can use without alias. So if you use customer ID without v dot customer ID, but for visit ID it's a duplicate. It's available in both. Then you have to specify from which one you are looking. So I'm looking for customer ID only. So I'll drop it. I'll comment it. I'm not looking for visit ID as well. What I'm looking for count. Okay, 1 minute. Let me check. Okay, so first we are looking for customer ID. So I'll keep it at top, and then count and v dot visit id. So we are getting from this count of visit id, or you can use count star simply. You don't need to use count star as what count of. I'll copy it. Okay, count of transaction, and here simply what you're doing customer id. So for example here what will happen, I drop the column customer id transaction id. Now for 30 it's going to aggregate if there is any other columns, so it will count all the rows, number of rows. For 54 also, 96 also, and that way. Is there any order by? I just wanted to make sure result in any order. So okay, so you can see now it's working. I will learn CSS and JS, and I okay, sorry, I was not looking into the chat. So I will learn CSS and JavaScript, and I know basic SQL, and I'm in second year, so I will be I'll be studying DSA, and maybe I also learn React. What do you think? Yeah, bro. DSA also, if you are targeting for product based company or good companies, then you should learn the DSA for sure. And second thing, so you are in second year, then they start learning DSA, bro, without uh, waiting for third year or fourth year when you are preparing for placement. Started from second year, maybe slowly you will make a habit of learning, maybe solve one problem each day, or learn the fundamentals of uh, different data structures. Then you can pick any programming language. But if you have learned C++ or Java, then choose one of them. Don't go with Python at least. Then your fundamentals will be clear and it will be better. Yeah, learn React. Yeah, learn. But first, before that, learn CSS and HTML and JavaScript. Then only jump. Once you are confident enough in JavaScript, then go for React. Without learning the JavaScript fully in the sense you can't say like just say like okay, if you are able to build something without using any library, and if someone asks you to build it without using vanilla JavaScript, if you can build it, then that's well and good. You are good in JavaScript, and definitely it will take JavaScript will take time, and give it time, because some of the concepts are uh, really hard for me when I was learning. It was very difficult, and I followed this tutorial. So if you wanted, you can follow the same ratios. For me, I felt like it out very well. So Udemy, not use Udemy, JavaScript, JavaScript. Who taught? This person, the complete JavaScript course 2025. Now they are calling it, but yeah, it's good. You can follow this resource if you wanted. If you want, I mean, it's good. They will he will teach you from basics and how to manipulate DOM and blah blah blah, whatever you wanted to do. So once your fundamentals will be clear, then you can pick any library and all those fancy things. But first, clear your fundamentals, especially in JavaScript and CSS. Give it a proper time for the JavaScript. Right away, this is done. Bro, I'm working as a data engineer, so I'm just brushing up my skills and yeah. So here, now let me jump to another problem. Rising temperature. I think I solved it. And also, okay, one thing, maybe lead code, or if you wanted to start with simple problem, maybe hacker rank also is good. Hacker rank. Start with basics first. DS for DSA, I'm telling. And there is one more website for CS full stack dribble for design inspiration, and yeah, for dribble you can use for design inspiration. And I told you I followed Udemy resources, Udemy courses. You can go with with Harry. Now there are so many YouTubers, you can follow any one of them. Let me just see another problem. Yes, I started doing job. So rising temperature. Okay, so here weather. ID is the column. No, weather is a table, and column name, type, ID, int, record date, temperature date. No, temperature int. So ID is the column with unique values for this table. How many problems I solved? I just wanted to finish 25. Oh, set. I just completed 8 and I'm targeting 25. Will it be possible? 5:36. Morning, early morning. So ID, int, record date. That is the column with unique values for this table. There are no different rows with the same record date. Okay. This table contains information about temperature on a certain day. Certain day, the temperature. Write a solution to find dates all dates ID. Find all dates ID with higher temperature compared to its previous day yesterday. Okay. Return the result in any order. It's related to joins only, right? Joins, basic joins. So what I'll do, suppose I have this table, weather table, ID, this, and you want for yesterday. So the date will be -1 if you wanted to check for yesterday. So I can join it with the self table. So here you can see the self join. I'll use self join here. So first I need to explore how to subtract a day in a date. So select, I'll just explore it. ID, and I'll say record date and date add. Add the correct function. I think date add. day minus 1, not sure what is the function. Date add in my SQL. Oh, set interval 10 days. So interval, hmm, rising temperature. Yeah, good night, bro. Good morning. So day, no, 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 no. So record date and what is the another thing? Sorry, where is it? Okay, where is it? Interval 10 day, interval 1 day, minus 1 day. I think it will work. Interval, I need to learn these things. Interval minus 1 day because from what's the table name? Table name, bro. Weather, weather. What do we say? Weather or weather? No matter. Set record date. Just let me check whether it's working. Add dated record date interval hyphen. Huh? Oh, here also. Okay. For this one, I'm getting this 31st 12 2014. Cool. So it's working. Okay. So what I'll do simply, I will use self join. I don't want to make it complicated. Write are the solution to find all dates ID where the temperature is high. So select. I'm looking for. First, let me do. I'll explore. Show you the output. Complete output. Left join, not left join, but you can use self join. Is there? No, no, no. So join whether as let's say as W1 as W2. W2 is the previous day weather and on. So what? So W1 dot record date. No, 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 not record date is equals to W2. So in the W2, what you are looking for? Basically, you are joining the weather table with another weather table where the previous date is matching with this date. So W2, you will calculate W2. W2 will be basically date at uh, date at, and here you will say record date interval minus 1 day. So you are basically you are looking for previous day and you are joining with the previous day. You are using same table again, and then you are looking for ID. Basically, I need ID only, but first I'm showing you the output record date. So I'll keep it like W1 dot ID W1 dot record date and W1 dot temperature tempe tempe RATURE temperature and W2 dot temperature as pre previous day temp. I'm just keeping just showing you the output. Let me do one more thing. I'll copy it and let's say what is the previous date that is being joined. That has been joined. Oh shit, what's wrong? Ambiguous column. Oh, sit. I did same here, same mistake. How can you use reference W2? And here also I did same. Tempe. Oh, again made mistake. Temperature. So let's see how it is looking data wise. So for this particular one, two, three, there are three, and for this we are using join, inner join. So matching temperature. So for one, this is one, 2015, and for this minus one will be. I think it's wrong. Sorry. So one, two, no. This is record date, right? And it will match with the. Okay. This is the previous date that is matching. So it will be like I will keep W2 dot record date as the as record date uh, 2. I will keep like this. Then you'll get the real record date for this record. So here, this is second day, and then you are for this previous day will be this one 15. So okay, record date, and you are checking previous date. So if you are getting any record, 1 minute, I think I just made logical issue here. Write a solution to find all IDs with higher temperature compared to previous dates yesterday. It's a previous date or yes, previous dates 2 and 4. For 2, its temperature is 25, and that is higher than previous day. 10 greater than 25. No. Temperature was higher than the previous day. Something wrong. Find all the IDs with higher temperature compared to its previous date. Yesterday, return the result table in any order. The result format is in the following example. So I computed it. So it's temperature of previous day. So here this is the current day temperature, and now you join it with the previous day temperature. Okay, one mistake here. Here what you are going to do? You are comparing current day temperature with next day temperature. I mean, yeah, because you are changing it to -1. That means the next day to second day temperature you are comparing with the first day 1. So what needs to be done? I mean, yeah. So we need to compare 2 with the 1. So here for 2, it will be 25, and it will compare with the previous day, that will be 1. Somewhere logical issue. current day, previous day. So why don't I do this? Why do that record it? But it's bad. Okay, in the two, temperature was higher than the previous day. So these are the dates, record dates, and we need to calculate their previous date, and then we need to check. Why do I need to do this? I can do it K1 W1. No, 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 something wrong. I just want current record date with the. I want to join this with what will be previous day for this, and for that day what is temperature. So for this, the previous day will be okay, date, add, and here w1 dot record date, and I will say interval minus 1 day. This is the benefit of when you are checking all the. Okay, w2, I will do w2. So basically what exactly we are doing here, you are calculating the previous day for this particular date. So for what will be the previous day for this one, it will be say 31st 2014, 31st and December 2020, 2014. So yeah, and for this the previous day will be 1/1/2015, and then you want to join that. So that's why I'm calculating from the first table. It's what is the previous day, and for that day you are looking for the temperature. Then you will get the previous day temperature. So here I will drop all the things, and just I'll do one thing. W2 dot temperature will be previous day temperature. Yeah, and now you can get it. So so for 25, it's a previous day will be 10. For 20, its previous day will be 3. Its previous day will be 25. So then now it's okay. So what I'll do, simply we are looking for where. Okay, where. So W, what we are looking for. Find solution for temperature compared to previous date. Higher temperature compared to previous dates. So W1 dot temperature greater than W2 dot temperature. I make lot of mistakes, so that's why I'm just focusing the typo mistake. Temperature I don't need. What I'm looking for, by the way, just ID in any order. So W1 dot ID I'll keep. By the way, you can take a W1 W2 no matter, because you are using inner join. Submit. Okay. Can I make a note? Write a note here. Maybe it will be help. It will be helpful for me, because I feel this problem was little confused. It confused me a little. So okay. Where is the. So rising temperature, average time to process per machine. What do you mean by it? So average time to process per machine. Okay, let's see. Let me drink water. Average time to process per machine. Let's see. We have given an activity table, and the table shows the user activities for the first. Let me see the schema: machine ID, process ID, activity type, timestamp. Machine ID and what process? What is it? Table shows the user activities for a factory website. Okay. Machine ID, process ID, activity type is the primary key. Combination of, okay, this is same information. Machine ID is the ID of machine. Process ID is the ID of a process running on the machine. With ID, machine ID, activity type is enum start end. Timestamp is a float representing the current time in seconds. Start means the machine start the process at a given timestamp, and end means the machine ends the process at a given timestamp. Starts the process at a given timestamp, and it means the start timestamp always be less than or equals to the end timestamp for every machine ID process ID pair. It is guaranteed that each machine ID process ID pair has a start and end timestamp. Okay, that means it follows the complete cycle: start, then it will end. There is a factory website that has several machines, each running the same number of process. To complete a process, there is a factory website that has several machines, each running the same number of same number of processes. Write a solution to find the average time each machine take to complete a process. So each machine ID, I mean, yeah. So machine ID, there could be multiple process ID, but each will be unique. The average time is calculated by total time to complete every process on machine divided by. Okay, so for each process ID, what is the start time, what is the end time, and then activity, basically based on activity you can get it. Number of process that were run. The average time is calculated by total time to complete every process on the machine divided by number of process that were run. The resulting table should have the machine ID along with the average time as processing time, which should be rounded to three decimal places. It's easy problem, okay? Written in result in any order the format. So let's say this is zero. For zero, there are two processes. One is this start and end, and this is zero process ID. So it's time. We can say end minus start. Number of processes, count process ID. You can get. Hmm, cool. Why do I need to use join? I'm just thinking. Do I need to use join or not? Let's say, okay, I have these things. So why don't I keep all the from activity table all the start processes into one part and end processes into another part? So what I'll do, simply for a particular, suppose this is machine ID process ID and this is a start time, then I can join it with the end table and I'll get then one record. So here let me copy it, and why don't online text editor. Yeah, let's see here. So what I am thinking, I will paste, I will create, imagine there are two tables. Instead of this, you will do this. I will copy another short of, and I will drop ind from here. Oh, it's not easy. Start, I will keep from each. I think it's easy. I will keep start only. And same here. And from another table, I will keep only end because they are saying that for sure there will be start and end pair. Now what I'll do, simply I can join machine ID, process ID. So here you can join this with this. Then you'll get the start time stamp, end time stamp, and you can get it. Yeah, this approach will work perfectly. So 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 I'm just thinking, do I need to use CTs? I'm just planning to not use, but let's see. Let's do one thing. So first thing I will say active. So here I'm using the CT. CT means basically simply what you say, you call it common table expression. Basically when imagine you want to separate them into different blocks, start and end. So one option is I can use subquery where I'll filter like with the records with the start only activity type is start, another with activity type end. So instead of that, what you can say, uh, you can search about it with tab. I will say maybe let's say start activity. I will call it activity start. So this you can imagine as a table but temporary. It will store record result of it into the cache. So select what are the columns, machine id, and another column is process id, column or field whatever you say, activity, and type, then time stamp. What's it? Time stamp. So these are the columns that we are taking from, you can say, activity, where I'm just taking activity type equals to start, and same I'll copy it. So you are chaining. Basically, this is one table. You can now use it in the next city, or you are calling this city. So this is one city activity start. I will say activity end. Now, if you wanted, you can utilize it. Activity start in forward cities. I mean, next cities, there or any other city that you are creating. So that's the process. End. So I'm just separating start and end records with based on activity. Now, what I want to join them. So join uh, activity. I will call activity join joined as select from. Uh, okay, these are the tables you can imagine. One is holding the record from this as A AS. Is it okay if I use? Okay, let's say no. I just want ACS activity start. join activity end as ACE on ACS dot what machine ID equals to ACE dot machine ID, and you are joining another process ID because this is unique key combination machine ID process ID. So ACS dot process ID equals to ACS dot ACE dot process ID. Okay, these are the two columns. You joined them, and now what do you want? So you can take out from any. So I will take from ACS only all the columns. You are using inner join, so information will be available from both. So ACS dot machine ID, ACS dot process ID, and ACS dot activity set type. Okay, and then you can say timestamp. I will maybe let's do one thing. I don't want to make multiple cities chaining, so I'll do one thing. Uh, process time. So process time. Okay, okay. Let's do. So I'll do one thing here. So process time will be nothing but ACS. Anytime ACE that will be larger than the AC time stamp minus ACS dot start timestamp. You can say timestamp. So that is nothing but you are subtracting both and you are calling it as a process time. First, let's see how it looks. I know it's wrong, that is okay, acceptable right now. So for zero, now machine ID and you will get the, let's say, average. So why don't I calculate average here? No, 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 let's do in another city. So better. Let's follow the structured approach. So I'll say final as select machine machine ID set. What is this? Cursor is moving here and there. Machine. Oh no, this is bad. Machine ID. And what do you want? You don't want anything, and you just want average of. I think average will work here. Process process time as what is it? No, no, no. They call it processing time. So I'll rename it processing time from activity joined and group by machine ID. And here you'll say activity joined, and select star from activity joined. Instead of that, you will say final selection. Any order particular? Result is written in any order. Yes, so it's okay. Now just I will need to round off and round off to 3 decimal. Fingers crossed. I think it should work. Perfect. Hmm. So yeah, this is also done. Done or done. Why am I left? Yeah, it's working. 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 Now I'll jump into another problem. I'm planning to solve all at least. Then I'll only maybe if I'll feel sleepy. I'm not planning to go office today. Let's see. But I want to interact with people, so yeah, I will go. I'll decide. First, I want to finish 10. I need to solve 15 more. Oh, it's a big plan. Employee bonus. Let's do it. What is it? Basic aggregate function. You already asked me to perform aggregate functions, and you are saying perform the basic aggregate functions. Employee bonus. What is it? Okay, so let's say we have given employee IDs. Okay, employee ID, name, supervisor, salary. Employee ID is the column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table indicates the name and the ID of an employee in addition to their salary and ID of their manager. Okay, now employee bonus. So employee ID is the column. Okay, employee ID is the column of unique values for this table. Employee foreign key, employee ID. Each row. So basically, we need to join this, then get the bonus. If bonus is null or bonus is less than 1,000, then you can return those. So if you are looking for no null, that means where the employee ID is unavailable in this, it's not available here. So bonus list, you are not part of bonus. Then simply do one thing: select from uh, employee. Employee, is it okay? Join, left join, because you want all the records. Left join. Okay, bonus. I feel like bonus is nothing but the pass. As he, it's b on b dot b dot b dot b dot b dot. No, no, no. E dot first. E dot emp id equals to b dot emp id. So perfect. Now what will you do? So sorry. This is the thing. And now I'm going to do one thing. That is aesthetic. So here emp id. emp id. So okay, what do you want at the end? Employee ID, name, super. Oh no, sorry. Here you are looking for name and bonus. So I will you pick name, bonus, bonus directly. Dot bonus where condition bonus is null or bonus less than 1,000. Declarative programming language. Can I make it big? Yes, that is okay. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Right. Any order? What is any order? Yeah. Don't forget to follow the instructions. So then imagine if I'm able to solve like in similar fashion, I'm able to solve all the DSA problems. How cool it would be. I'm just thinking to take a break, quick break. I just want to scroll reels. But now still I'm not feeling sleepy. So how many problems now? 11. Okay. Even not right now I'm not even I haven't solved even 50%. Target is 25. So let's do it fast. No fast. So we have, okay, student and examinations. Student ID is a primary key column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains ID and the name of the student in the school. Okay. Subjects. Subject's name is the primary key. Subject name is the primary key column with unique values. Only you have subject name. Examination. Okay. Each row of this table contains the name of one subject in the school. There is no primary key column with the unique values. Okay. It may contain duplicates. Each student from, okay, student. Subject table. Each row of this table indicates that a student with ID, student with this ID, student ID, attended the exam of subject name. Okay, so if someone attended a particular exam, then it will be part of this examination. To find number of times each student attended each exam. So for this subject, math, math, two times math, is there any? So he attended three times. Who Alice? He or she? I'm not sure. I think C. Alice is girl or boy name? Girl's name. So sorry. Patriarchal thoughts. Men's will be men's. Men will be men. No. So sorry. So here you went. Okay, no. What needs to be done? So there will be five rows for no. So all subjects should be there. So I'm planning to skip this table. Simply, why do we need Alice if we are not looking for? No. We are looking for, wow, student ID, student ID, student name, subject name, attended exam. So one thing I'll do first, we need to join this table with this all subjects that are uh, provided to a student or that are where student enrolled. So all subject needs to be enrolled. For example, these are mandatory subjects. So why don't I use with student students with students? You can use subquery as well. So with student students with subject, let's say this is the name as. So here I will do one thing, select, then take what from each student table. So here we are going to use student. Okay, let's do first thing from. Okay, student, set students, students. Okay, left join. No, I'll use cross join, and this is subject. And if you are using cross join, you don't need to use anything. Just simply join. students, no. So it will be student ID and student name, student name. Another thing you are getting from cross join, subject name, subject name. So this is our student with subject, and second table is student ID. Okay, now I can what I can do, join with examination as select from which, from this city. That is a temporary table you can imagine with the conditions. So student as, okay, let's say SS student with subject, and you are joining on what? So you are no. First you are taking from only, right? So you will say left join. Why left join? It might be some of the student with a particular subject hasn't participated in any exam. So okay, join, left join student with subject SS student with no, examinations, examinations as E on here SS dot student with subject, or let's say it's a student only, S dot, you can say what? So you have examination table, student ID, subject name. So the state student ID equals to E dot student ID, and you can say S dot student, student, no, subject, subject name equals to E dot subject. Basically you are joining both table. You got the subject name in the previous one, so you can join based on this. So if someone is already uh, someone attended this exam, it might be like once twice, so you will get those records here, those information here, not here. Now what, how you want to handle it? So let's say we got this, and now there will be some null records where it is not matching. So first thing, I'm just looking for the output that finally we are looking for. Student, student, oh god, what's wrong? Student ID. So you are looking from S student dot ID, then S dot uh, student, student name, then S dot subject name. Now what do you want? Attended exams. So if you want to group all the number of by what? Student ID, name, and subject name, how many times you attended. But what if it is null? Then you will get null. Correct? So let's do it. Let's see. Where is it? How to change MySQL? Oh, this is one option, but overflow. Long time no see. Call is very popular function. So what I'll do? Call is, and here what I'm looking for, sum or count of it will be bad. Let's say count of count star as attended exam. Problem will be with null records. For them, it will conclude consider them also as a one count. It's way bad. Oh, shit! I haven't select star from this table. Now I'm feeling sleepy, but can't stop. See, it will give something. Oh, I'm getting only one record. Here, group by student. I will copy these three. But the problem is where zero. So for Bob physics, see, it is giving one count. I can do it. Count. What if I'll use? I just want to analyze. Want to analyze. What is the name of it? Summation table subject. So let's say e dot subject name. Count how many times it appeared. It should give some null. Wow, it's counting now. Zero. Okay. So if it's null, then it will consider zero. Cool. Okay. Order by student ID, subject name. Order by Zomato or Swiggy. Order by student ID, subject name, type of mistake. Sit. Now I started feeling sleepy because most of the time I go to bed at this time. But let's stretch. 13 more. Is it possible? Oh, furnace. I know one thing. If I'll continue in such a way, like it's not. Some people say, okay, I don't want to postpone. So what I'll do? Better I should continue. So let's do one thing. Let me take a quick break and then I'll decide. Yeah, now I'm feeling sleepy. So here is my break screen. Screen break. Just checking something was wrong. So I decided to continue. So let's begin again. I guess it's easy to say, okay, I don't want to do it right now, or easy to manage with at least 5 direct reports. So I'll do it quickly now. I just want to. So given command G manages with at least 5 direct reports. So given ID, name, department, manager ID. ID is the primary key column for this table. Name of employee, their department, and the ID of the their manager. ID, name, department, manager ID. Name. Okay. So ID is the primary key column. Each row of this table indicates the name of employee, their department, and the ID of manager. So if manager ID is null, then the employee does not have a manager. No employee will be the manager of itself. Okay, themselves, not. Provide a solution to find manager with at least 5 direct reports. So people who are directly reporting to a manager. So for example, for this manager ID, who are reporting 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. So what I'll do simply for a particular manager ID, just copy, just get the manager ID and based on that number of distinct ID. So ID is the primary key, so definitely based on manager ID, count the records for that particular manager ID. How many records are there? Then you will get the count of manager ID, records, and the name of. So this is one thing that you will get from it. But now for that particular manager, what is name of that particular manager that you can get by joining manager ID with the uh, ID to get the name. So let's say with manager uh, how to say do it. I don't want to use multiple things. So let's do one thing. Select. Okay, I will do one thing. First from you can say employee and as E left join better I will do inner join. I can use inner join with the employee as let's say it as M, it is this one as E on. So M dot manager ID is equals to not there isn't any space hyphen between the manager and ID. So M dot manager ID. So I'm using self join and manager ID I'll join with the ID. So get the for this manager what is the name of the manager. So I will get manager ID dot equals to and then E dot ID. And I can use inner join because for null records you don't want. So E dot ID and next what information you want. So you want simply E dot name. So it will be for this particular manager what is the name group by uh, manager ID. Which manager ID? M dot manager ID. Having count. So basically I'm filtering count star greater than with 5 at least. So 5 greater than equals to 5. Just make sure So what exactly I'm doing? First thing, based on manager ID, so first thing what I did, simply I took employee table, and then side by side I took another employee table, and then this is another employee table. I called M, yes, from this manager ID, and then I joined it with the ID. So manager ID with the ID. So you will get the name of this manager. So that's why I joined these two tables. If I talk about optimization point of view, then definitely you will go with, first you will aggregate count from it, and then you will apply the join with it. So you don't know to you can reduce the number of joins, but now it's not, that's not the point here. Oh, again I did same blunder. See, you are just getting one. Any order? Yes, so it's okay. 406 minutes. I think it's taking time comparatively, but let's okay focus on it. So another question is in the bucket, confirmation rate. Let me do it as well quickly. Signups. So user ID is the, no, 1 minute. Sign confirmation rate. So user ID column of unique user ID is the column of unique values, is the column of unique values for this table. User ID is the column of unique values for this table. Okay, and timestamp. Each row contains information about sign up time for the user with ID, user ID. Confirmation table. So user ID for that particular user, timestamp, when, and action enum. So user ID timestamp is the primary key combination of column with unique value. User ID is foreign key references the sign up table. Action in enum category confirm timer. Each row of this indicates that user ID requested confirmation message at timestamp that confirmed or expired with. So so for a particular user ID and particular timestamp, what action has been done, whether it's confirmed sign up. Confirmation rate of a user is the number of confirmed messages divided by total number of requested confirmation messages. Why do I need to take this table? If user ID timestamp, I don't care. Uh, information is already available. Signups to confirmation. So what's the point of using it? I don't need any information from it. It's already available in the user confirmation table. Confirmation rate of user message divided by total number of, is the number of confirmed messages divided by total number of requested confirmation messages. So for, wait a minute. Okay, here we don't have all the users, so definitely we need to use join. So for example, for 6, there isn't any message from it, so it will be null. and for 3 when you are joining with it, so 3 will be joining with 3 3, and this time and stamp has no relation, so we can ignore them blindly. So 3 has two actions, table time and timeout. So total confirmed versus total timeout. So 0 confirmed. So what I'll do, how to calculate rate. So total count where this confirmation rate is, I will use count. No, I will use some count with case condition, and count if in MySQL to mimic Excel count if some conditions. I'll use some then. It's a more generic and easy. You don't have to depend on anything. Select, so from sign ups as S, and then you can say another table is confirmations. A left join confirmations as C on S dot user ID equals to C dot user ID. Okay, this is one thing that I have to do. Now second thing I will do, that is user ID, and okay, so why don't I use simple function count. So I need to count first confirmed confirmation rate, right? So count, or I will use some, and with case when, okay, when timestamp, no, when action equals to confirmed, then 0, then 1, else 0, and don't forget to use int. So this is total, you can say what, as confirmation count, and another I will create count of distinct. So total count, you can say count star. I can use count star, right? So what will be if the item isn't available here? That should be 0. I'll use count star as total count. And now what I'll do? Simply I will use, maybe I'll do one thing. Let's do in another option. So I mean, so first let me just show you the output for this. User ID ambiguous, sorry. See ambiguous, then yes dot user ID. Hmm. So we got this. Oh, is it only one we are getting in output? I'm expecting more than this. Why only one? Okay, one thing I forgot to do, group by user ID. It is like it's combining all the records into single loop. One mistake. So first thing count, we are getting total count information 0. So let's do one thing. Just was wondering if I can do it here. Let me check how it works here. So total count divide by confirmation count divide by total count as confirmation rate. Unknown column confirmation count. So you cannot use same column here. So I can do one thing. Let's use another city and we'll do there. With tab as, and I will keep everything here. Bro, and select user ID from from tab. Any order, written in any order. Confirmation rate, information rate. What do you said? Very good. Round. Who will do it? I will do it. I'm the one should take care of it. Round, 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 robin. You were the shadow from my light. Did you hear this? And now the star faded away. Then, so now, how many? 14, 10 more, 11 more problems. I think I will be, if I'll continue, then it will be 9. 7 about 7 o'clock already. 7 o'clock. Uh, I'm assuming at least it will take uh, one more than 1 hour. Shall I stop it maybe? Because otherwise my sleeping pattern will be bad. Let me just stop it. Stop it. I'll continue in next stream. No problem. I'll target maybe more problems. Let's see. Bye bye. Where is it? My intro.